I split up with my girlfriend of 6 years.
I didn't know that. Are you okay?
No.
Yeah, so Sally, what do you do?
I dabbled in the restaurant business.
Yeah, where?
I was managing this little shithole in Williamsburg.
This one over here wants to know if the elk's organic.
It's from a really nice grass-fed farm in New Jersey.
Tastes like turnpike.
This place lacks an identity, Frank.
It's French continental with a vegan option.
No, you said it was French vegan with a continental option.
That's the same thing.
How is that the same thing, Frank? Brooklyn is sucking now, and it's your fault, Frank.
Buddy ain't exactly the best guy to hang around with if you're serious about getting sober.
What happened if I just fell over the edge here?
Your mother and all of Clifton, New Jersey would be very, very upset. The play's written by Jules Kaufman. It's not written by the New York fucking Times.
Sounds like it's written by Clifford fucking Odets.
Why don't you write me something and we can...
I've actually been thinking about that quite a lot, actually.
Jules, why don't you tell Morgan what you really thought about Brooklyn Girls? It's a cockblock. I did not cockblock. I kind of did, didn't I? You kind of did? Yeah. You kind of did? Am I kind of doing that? It's hard for me at this point in my life to tolerate your shit. Oh, what kind of self-help crap is that? What, do you want to go to couples counseling with me now? And you mourn over your marriage like it was everything to you. And you were never present in it. You know, I'm not even gonna respond to that because it's so fucking false. My buddy Julesy has given me my life's mission. And I will go back to the drawing board and find the Jewess.
See, that's what I call beautiful work. You see it, you see, like my father even says it, when you're reading a great book, first page, you know. The first page, you don't need to read the whole book, the first page, and you know that you're reading something special. It's the same with a movie, it's the same with a film, isn't it? To a certain degree.
It looks like a movie, right?
It is. I mean,
like a
well,
good movie.
guys, it is what it is. You need 1 minute of action. You see what I'm talking about, the energy flowing and the talent and the work, the sense of, your timing is flawless, man. I said it to you before, Gregory. Great timing, but you guys, you and Dan have this chemistry together.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, that is so real and powerful, and you just, you know, and getting all these great actors there, you know, we should mention each one of them. Can we do that?
Yeah, well, you
Go
saw
ahead,
you
yeah.
saw Richard Masser in the beginning. He was
Yes.
kind enough to just come on board and
Beautiful,
give us
man.
his time incredibly.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yes.
And, you know, it's...
Mark Brokowski, Richard, Roger, my God, I miss Roger. I have to bring him back.
Dan's dad, Roger Simon.
Yes, yeah.
great.
Roger is a hell of a guy, man.
It's great.
It's all the love.
Yeah, yeah,
You can't ask for more. What else do you need
yeah,
to
absolutely.
make something work? What's the key to make something work? Okay, I want to make a film out of the script. I'm gonna cast it right. I'm gonna grade a great director. How does it work? What is the main elements to make something special?
Well, this is a film that I think that we needed. This is the only film, you know, people write feature films all the time. And I think that, you know, a lot are made, but there's very few that you go, this is the film that I know the energy that I felt when we first started developing this. This was a film we had to make.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
it just felt right. It felt like it was relevant. It was very personal for everybody involved. And I think that you know, Dan said it a couple days into shooting as well. That the energy changes on set when people think they're part of something that is done with care and that there's a real passion about.
Definitely, and you know, it also takes money, you know, and
Yeah.
and everyone who's trying to make even short films or you know knows this, but so we did an Indiegogo campaign
Right.
to find the funds to shoot the first 2/3 of this, and so you know without those contributions of you know people that were giving anywhere from you know $25 to you know, $1,000 for the initial production, you know, 40, 50 people that contributed. I mean, that got us to where we are now. And I mean, it's fantastic that that type of thing actually exists now, you know. And so that got us to one, you know, point. And now we've found an executive producer who saw the trailer and who's come aboard, who's part of the team now. And he's going to bring us to the finish line. So, you know, but like Greg said, it's the initial, yeah, you need a great script, you need casting, great actors and all that, but But once you get to the set, you got to have all that trust and love, as you were talking about, to come on, and you know, this is a SAG new media contract. Some people are working, waiting to get paid down the road, you know. But once you're on set and you know you're part of something special, I think that, you know, people are giving their all. You know, actors are.
You can feel it. You can sense it with actors are trusting the material. When they trust it, they trust it.
Yeah.
You can feel it in the air. Like I said, it takes more than what is it? Director, the writer, everybody coming together. You know when you're doing something special. You know when you have somebody special in front of you. You can sense it. And it really encourages you to give the best, to bring the best of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and it's thrilling. You know, it's every time that I see you guys together, let me tell you, you two, you should do a sitcom. I'm not kidding. Honestly, Greg, let's cut the bullshit. Okay?
I think Dan would be good for that, like more like an Odd Couple kind of thing.
Like you guys are so, because you have all this great chemistry going on, and it's so easy. Once again, it's easy. You know when something is easy?
Yeah.
It's easy.
You know, we're gonna move on from this and shoot another film. So, and they'll probably, you know, be acting again in that. So,
absolutely,
I agree with you. Though they have great chemistry.
They have this great chemistry that I just want to see you guys together over and over and over, like a married couple.
That's
so you
good.
watch it, man.
I'm
watch it.
Glad to hear you say that.
Yes. What about the women, casting girls, actresses? How does it work? Do you guys like to see girls? I mean, how does it work?
Well, as I was saying before, Dan has because of what he does, he's a professional editor, and you know he's also an actor and you know a director. So he's worked with a ton of talented people. I mean, he's got such an encyclopedia and a Rolodex in his head of all these actresses he's worked with that I think he pretty much has a very strong idea, aside from maybe a part here or there where he might want to try something new, where he really has a strong feeling about who would play that part very well.
Yeah, and also we've done readings of this script. I mean, it took about a year to come to a final, you know, a final piece that we were happy with. So when we're doing readings, whether it's through a lab group or we get some space and we invite actors in, there's also people you meet that he's met along the way that he has kept in mind. And a lot of time what happens is he'll send their reels to us. And their resume. And
are you guys picky? Are you guys hard to please?
You know, I mean, for me personally, I give feedback. I mean, I'm.
There's something about them
I'm a little
being
picky,
right.
but in the end, I say, you know what, you're gonna cast it well, Dan, and I'm gonna let you do your thing. I mean, yeah, I mean, really, he hones it down to usually like 4 or 5 actors for one part. I mean, and all of them could do the role. And in the end, casting comes down to those tiny details.
Right.
You know.
Right, you were to say something, but what cut you off, Greg? You were something in your head you wanted to say.
No, I just think that, you know, there's this sense that you have when somebody's just right for a part. You just sort of know. It's like you don't even overthink it, and I think that can be a killer in a lot of situations when you're really trying to find something perfect. But you know, I think everybody here is sort of open to instincts and open to, you know. Each other's opinions. So,
I think that, you know, a lot of what we've done so far. You know, you were talking about how do you come up with a script. You know, how do you initiate that process? And I think the same is true of the casting too. Like, what's been great about us working together is we've been a part of everything.
Right.
And even on set, you know, the actors that have been hired for this film, we've allowed them to come up and say and talk about their dialogue or talk about stuff. You know, I think you have to.
It's truly collaborative.
It's been very collaborative from the beginning until now.
Right, there's nobody on set saying that's not the line, that's not. And if there is a line that you want to keep, there's been a lot of improvisation. You know, Dan's very open to improvisation,
I love that.
and all the time. And I think that you know, obviously, me being very close to Dan, you know, I feel. See, that's the thing. I think that when you're in company that you're very close to and that you like share passion and you're very familiar with. It's like any other part of the business you're acting, you know, in any medium, you feel a sense of comfort that allows you to say, I can just try this.
Right.
And if it doesn't work, you'll tell me that it doesn't work. But a lot of the times it's hard to throw that out there because you don't want to be judged for it. And with Dan, I have the comfort of saying, like, I see this happening right now, and if not, we'll do another take and maybe we won't use it. And I think that being on set with people that have, we've created that environment.
Yeah.
That a lot of the other actors have been like, all right, I'm comfortable, saying that maybe this doesn't work for me, and then Dan's very likely to say, well, we'll change it.
We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. You see those credits rolling? I can't believe it. The half hour is gone, but we're gonna keep talking a little bit more. I'm just gonna bring that on. You were going to say something, Patrick.
No, I just think that in the end, you're after the truth.
Right.
And you have to give over to that.
Right.
And if someone else gives an idea or wants to bring something that is better for the film, for the story, for the script, then you have to let go. And
What
go
you
do
think
right.
it makes him good, a good director? What makes a good director? What makes Dan a good director? Why he's so good at it? Because he seems to be pretty damn good. He's
Well,
sharp.
he's in his element. I mean,
He's
I
sharp.
think that's how
Well,
he.
and he grew up in a theater family
That's correct.
with Roger and his
Sarah.
mother, and
It's in his bones.
It's in his bones, and he's been doing it since he was very young, and I think he just, he's natural with it now.
He's a gifted guy. But you guys are very, very gifted. I just want to see more of the work. Like when I see you and Dan, Greg, I said, oh, God, these guys doing a love comedy, doing a sitcom, like doing this work.
Maybe you need to write a sitcom for them. or something.
Yeah, but you know what it is? That some actors, they have this great chemistry together. And chemistry is not that easy to find.
Yeah, you're right.
It's not that easy. You can find the greatest actors and have the greatest script, and not necessarily you're going to have a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have that chemistry that comes through, that you can see it, that you can sense it, that you can feel it, that it's real. Because it's, like you said, it comes down to truth.
Mm-hmm.
At the end, I don't care if you're an Oscar winner or not Oscar. I don't care how many credits you have. I don't care how many SAG awards you got or how many credits you got in your pocket. It comes down to the work. It comes down to the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Absolutely, well said. Yeah.
Yep.
And it's overwhelming when I see you and Dan, when I see the writing, when I see the work, and I see the clips on the internet. I said, "Fuck, man, these guys are so good together."
Well, we appreciate that.
Yeah,
we appreciate the
totally.
support.
Appreciate it very
That's-
much.
Yeah,
thank you very
absolutely.
much.
But I would like to know: do you have question? Behind the scenes kind of deal? Do you guys like to do behind the scenes? Do you guys
Lots
have
of pictures.
footage?
We're taking lots of
Yeah.
pictures. I don't know about a video behind the scenes, but I guess we're gonna.
It will be
we're gonna have
nice,
Plenty
it
of
will be.
gag reel, I'm sure. We'll have plenty of that.
Maybe it's an idea when we shoot the rest of it
a great
second week of
idea.
September.
Absolutely.
Behind the scene, because you see, I tell you this much: when you see actors that are really good actors, you want to see the behind the scenes. You want to see the creative process. You want to see when you're fucking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not
Absolutely.
kidding. You really want to see it, and more when you have a good movie in front of you. When you have a good product, you say, "Oh, you know what? How that magic took place."
Mm-hmm.
People are looking for answers. We live in times that all we need, as far as I'm concerned, you just go for one click.
Mm-hmm.
You get a lot of information coming out,
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
So this is the kind of work that I want to see behind the scenes. I want to see the actresses more. I want to see, when I saw Mark Brokowski, we brought Mark Brokowski here last year. I interviewed so many people, Christopher Curson. I mean, a lot of people, Michael. He's a funny guy.
Yeah. Yeah. He's great.
He's great.
He's gonna be in it. Halliday?
Yeah.
Yeah.